welcome to the American Sports Connection. I am your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I am here with a very special guest today. I would like to introduce to everybody CZW's Blackwater. Thank you for taking the time, Blackwater.
No problem.
All right, now I wanted to get into this because I was a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid. It started for me. It was probably around WrestleMania 5, and what hooked me was when Hulk Hogan got hurt by earthquake around SummerSlam 90. What I wanted to know is, were you a fan as growing up? And if you were, was there something that really hooked you to get into wrestling?
Wrestling in a whole is very entertaining for someone like us because it's a battle of warriors. So, practically speaking, we was always a fan, how you would like to say it.
Oh, okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You were training at the CZW dojo with DJ Hyde and Drew Gulak?
And Preacher.
Okay, and Preacher. I apologize. Okay, now what were your experiences like training with them?
Well, DJ is a straightforward guy. That's something that we appreciate. So he definitely brings the punch to the game, if you know what I mean. So it was always entertaining. It was great. It's physical. It's something we like. Seeing the others crash and fall and cry while we just stand there and just ask for more. So to us, it's just a normal day walk in the park. For everyone else, it's pain, it's misery, it's hate, and we love it.
I was just going to ask you, were there any funny moments in your training?
Funny moments is, let us think here. Funny moments, I would say, is DJ just pounding on us and killing us when it comes down to all the so-called new people and seeing all the ones that don't come back. But the ones that do come back, we just ask for more. And that's the ones that become the warriors. It separates the strong from the weak.
Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, your first match on the main CZW card outside of the dojo was at Tangled Web last month in a four-way with Frankie, Picard, Big Scare, Dan O'Hare, and Jimmy Lloyd. Now, what was that experience like?
For them, I'm sure it was a big weight on their shoulders. As for us, we just wanted to kick someone's ass. Sometimes we don't care about the outcome of the match as long as I can take a little bit of pride from my opponent and just cause havoc and mayhem. But for us, it was wonderful. It shows the world what we are truly made of. And as for them, they just get to walk through my wrath.
Okay, yeah, because I thought it was a really entertaining match with all of you guys in there. It was cool to see the dojo guys get a little time on the main card.
Correct.
All right, now, I'm sure everybody wants to know this because you've attacked Frankie Picard at Dojo Wars 100 and at Night of Infamy. What's your issue with him?
There is no issue personally with him. We could care less. It's what he holds that belongs to us. You know, they like to call it the Medal of Valor, but for us, it is the Amulet of Power. It takes everything away from Frankie. See, on his little journey as champion, We took a moment to peek into that little box of opponents one time and noticed that there was no Blackwater on any of those little sheets. It was everybody else in the world, everybody even outside the dojo getting opportunities. But what about the men that bled and sweated in dojo wars? There was not many people in that box. So what do they see us as? Just a mid-card guy or something? I can't, we can't be on the top of the food chain. So moments like that, it shows that we have to take opportunities with our own hands. And we have to attack the top dog, as they would like to call it. So, we stroll in at his finest hour and hit him where it hurts. So now, he may see it personally, but for us, it's just another day at the dojo.
Now, who is the we that you keep referring to?
The we? This is us. In case people don't know, once a long time ago, this physical form was a man, but a weak man. So now, we offered him an opportunity of a lifetime. So now, we are whole. He accepted us. So therefore, we are mortal in the human aspect. But in our world, we can hop from host to host as we wish.
Okay, that's very interesting. Now, for those that aren't familiar, this past week at Dojo Wars, MLJ made a match for yourself and Frankie Picard at the Dojo Wars Mega event that is coming on December 10th for the Medal of Valor, and you guys will be competing in a 3 Stages of Hell match.
There's one thing that entertains me about this whole situation. We've had your little podcast last week, and we heard Franklin call us a friend. We heard him say that he has war in his family's bloodline just because your father was in the military. Does that not make you anything? You're still a boy. Just because he's your father and he had the balls to be in the army doesn't mean you have the balls to know what war is. And then you want a 3 Stages of Hell match. Do he not know where we're from? He cannot take the punishment. He is not war. Everybody else that he claimed brought the war, that was incorrect. Each opponent he has faced, he died a little more. And then we brought the war to him as we were Vietnam attacking Hiroshima. And what is that? He cannot take it. He dies every time. So for him to call us a friend, we have no idea what he speaks of. But in that 3 Stages of Hell match, he may think he knows what war is, but he has no idea what hell is like.
Yeah, well, he also, after he said you were a friend, after these attacks at Dojo Wars 100 and at Night of Infamy, he called you pussy because you were basically sneaking up behind him and almost attacked his daughter at Dojo Wars 100 when he took her off of the ringside area.
If she got hit, it would have just been collateral damage. That is not my interest, but I wouldn't care less. So Frankie, he thinks we're attacking him behind, but If he is war, he would be ready. As he says constantly, over and over, who's ready for war? He always asks the question, but is he ever ready for war? That is the question that he should be asking himself. And clearly, we've been testing the waters, and he always falls looking straight up at us, dead on the ground. He is not prepared for something like this. After me and Sozio have battled, Sozio's unlocked a new form of us that cannot be stopped now. So, Franklin will be the first to witness our war. And it's going to be hell.
Oh, okay. Now, do you have anything special planned for Frankie in this Three Stages of Hell match?
I'm sure they have not announced the actual stages yet, but we are sure there is going to be a no DQ in one of those falls. And that is the light he has never shed. So he will suffer, and we will destroy him. For him, it will be the biggest night of his life. He has everything on the line. He has the metal. He has his so-called Frankie Power people, or whatever they're called. He has everything on the line. He has his daughter looking at him as her father. As for us, it's just going to be December 10th. It's going to be a Saturday where I and us and we have to kill him and strip the little metal off his measly little neck and take it and become the new king of Dojo Wars.
Now, what I always wanted to know, why the Singapore cane? Why are you always bringing that to the ring and using that against referees or even MLJ? Or why that?
Because we cannot use a sword.
Well, that's a very interesting perspective to look at it. Now, I wanted to ask you before we get out of here, Blackwater, is there a favorite opponent that you've had up to this point in your career?
Favorite opponent? To be honest, we don't think we've reached him yet, or her. But when the day comes, best believe, that'll be the match of the night.
Now, is there someone that you want to wrestle, like a dream match for you? And, or as you say, we?
We have our eyes set on things, but our thoughts are too high in speculation, and we are in a tunnel vision right now. So our main focus is Frankie right now.
Okay. For those that are unaware, you actually scored a pinfall victory over Frankie Picard this past week at Dojo Wars in a Survivor Series 4-on-4 match. So, how did that feel? Did that feel to get a fall over the champion going into your match?
It felt exactly the way it's supposed to be. We standing over him as he is down, and his daughter looking at him as he failed her. So that emotion itself felt like the world.
Even though Schlack got himself disqualified by hitting Frankie in the head with a chair, kind of giving you to pick up the pieces, so to speak?
See, everyone that was on our team that night has the same goal. Schlack is uncontrollable. He's a beast. He just wants to see people hurt. For him doing that, that's a normal Schlack thing to do. He doesn't like rules just like us. Dan O'Hare, he just wants to squash people and kill. And the quiet mime, yeah, he's turned a new leaf. He seems like he's an alright fellow, so, beating up that other little mass thing on their team was quite entertaining. We loved it. But, frankly, he is not ready. One chair shot made him dazed and loopy. Look at that. He is not ready for hell or war, as you all clearly saw.
Yeah, we did. Where he basically told you "fuck you" and then you finished him off.
Exactly. He can have so many fuck yous down his pants and up his sleeve and in his pockets, but at the end of the day, he's the one that's getting fucked, and he will be loosed all of his power, and no one will cheer him anymore, and his nightmare will come true. That is what we're looking for.
Okay. Now, before we head out, do you have a social media that people could contact you if they so choose to?
Yes, we're on Twitter at, I believe it's Eddie Blackwater because it's weird and they don't let you do anything. Facebook is the same way, Eddie Blackwater. It's EDDY, and also a like page that says Blackwater just itself. That is all our contacts.
Okay, fantastic. And before we head out, I wanted to thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and explain yourself and all the other people you have with you of what's going on with you and Frankie.
No problem. It was quite interesting.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we will see you back next week. Have a good day, everybody.